Okay. Oh, I haven't missed anything. Oh no, I have. I've missed a whole first round. Oh shit, I forgot to change my prediction from Paris to Philly. Oh, I'm too late. Oh no-y. Oh no-y. What a throw. What a throw. Okay, you guys know. You guys know because I told you yesterday. My prediction was actually changed from Paris to Philly. But I do think this will be pretty close. Sideshow isn't gone. Yes, it's true. The forehead is back. Hello. Hello, Lupical. How you doing? Alright, I got myself a thing of brie. Literally just a fucking chunk of brie. And I got myself some tortillas. And we're about to go to town. Alright. Let's take a look. That's a better way of doing it with a box around it. Okay. EQO, 2-5 forwards, dies. Shadow dies as well. Turn off slow mode? I don't even know who keeps turning slow mode on in my chat. There we go. My timer is messed up? Oh yeah. I fixed that yesterday. But it seems like it's broken again. What the fuck has happened? Okay, here we go. What do they end up using trying to take the point back? It'll open things up with rally here. All right. Yo, Painted Doll, thanks for the Twitch Prime. My god. My stream's lagging so much I can barely tell what's going on. Alright, Carpe and Neptuno both died in the middle of that. I didn't see how. Alright, let's actually start paying attention now. So, Philly have to come back in. Both teams burnt their grav in that fight. Defensive support ults. Both trances got traded. Cruz chose not to invest the sound barrier. They didn't need to. They'd already found picks early on in the fight. Neptuno died before he could use his barrier as well. Okay, so coming back into this, both teams have beat. Rally from Paris, so they can actually try and take the initiative. But they know that Shadow has Shatter, so it's a bit risky to rally into a Ryan who has Shatter. You need to try and put... Get out the tree! Get out the bush! Alright, Shatter goes out. Didn't manage to find anything. The sound barrier is used, and they've managed to juggle EQO in. That's the second time that I've seen EQO die first. I know EQO likes to play aggro, but probably needs to rein it in a little bit there. What are you talking about? Why are you effing me? I didn't see Ben Best feed hard at the end of the last round because I didn't see the last round. This is the first round that I've seen. If someone could give me a synopsis of what happened in the first round, I would actually really appreciate that. Someone who doesn't have an absolute pea brain. Someone with an IQ above 50, tell me what happened in the previous round. I know that rules out like half of my chat, but let's try. People fed, that's it. Could be true. They're just getting destroyed at the moment. Paris in control, winning the neutral and winning the ult engagements. But like, you can't win the ult engagements if you lose the neutral. So I think the biggest problem there was just that they couldn't win the cycles of Rhine aggression and the abilities. EQO kept getting caught out. They were putting too much damage over and everyone. Paris layered support ults. I can believe that. Okay. It was 79.99. Okay. So it was a bit close. Ben Best fed his brains out. Every member of Paris sat in the spawn and lost without fighting. Trust me. Skippy. Alright. Let's take a look.
As much as I mean, it's kind of close. It's an Icelandic player playing the Swedish character. I thought you were going to say Torb is close to Diva. No, actually, not quite.
So Bubbles slightly better from Soon. EQO takes a shit ton of damage again. EQO has to back off. The whole of the team has to go with him. So the moment EQO is taking a lot of damage from Ben Best whenever the two Ryans are taking damage. Oh my god, Carpe's getting friggin' melted by Soon. Soon took an off angle, did so much damage to Carpe, and they had to push Sado out of position just to get that, and that's allowed for Paris to take the point. But now that Paris have taken... Oh no, okay. So Paris took the point, fully tried to drop on them, and Paris had a nice rotation to catch out Boombox and then kill Sado. So I think Philly have got some issues with their positioning at the moment. Hey, maybe the fact that I didn't change my prediction to Philadelphia will end up being good for me. I did think this game was going to be pretty close. I would have only changed it to like 55 Philly. Oh, come on. Why is my stream lagging? It's literally not lagging because the internet can't handle it. It's lagging because my PC is running too slowly to run a stream. My god, Sado got butt fucked there. I don't understand why teams push from this tiny little alleyway. It just seems like... Maybe it is the best way of pushing because all the others are worse, but holy Christ, pushing through the tiniest choke point literally in the game seems like a bad idea to me. I guess you're not in a Zen sightline, so you're actually avoiding a lot of damage from the Zen, but even so, the Rhine just does so much damage. The Rhine just holds the corner and styles on you.
Comparison's gonna be fairly similar.
Okay, Neptuno denying the... Neptuno goes out, denies Cruz so that they can't get a boop on the first player to come through the choke. But okay, they're just gonna win the... they're gonna win the ult engagement. Paris got a grav bomb combo and Philly tried to counter grav, but it was too late from Carpe to actually stop Paris from being in position. And then Ben Best with a really nice earth shatter. Oh, Paris are doing really well with their ults so far. At least from what I've seen. And they're actually winning the neutral as well. Double support ult? Yeah, but I think that was deliberate. That double support, like, sometimes it's good to use double support ult, because you use the trance to force out the bomb in the combo, and then you use the barrier to try and sustain the bomb. Especially when everyone was shattered there, it wasn't too bad. EQO! A little too far, but actually that just means that Sado gets isolated because EQ has to back off and can't be a bodyguard for him. Ah! Soon's ripping through people. Philly just cannot get into this. Well, Fusion got absolutely crunched. They're taking Soon out again. Do you know what? Having watched a lot more of Soon and Shadowburn now, I think Soon is better. I think both of them are not great. You know, in terms of like top Zarya players, but I think Soon might be the better of the two. In fact, I think Soon is the better of the two. So I guess I just don't have any emotes of the teams because I didn't buy the pass. Yeah, maybe I just didn't get the extra emotes. Scroll down on the channel page. Oh, select a favorite team and you'll get 3 Twitch emotes. Alright, which team do we pick? Alright, which team has the best emotes? Spam the emotes in chat. I'm gonna pick which team has the best emotes. No, don't spam the names of the teams, you morons. I want to make up my own mind. Fusions look pretty good. Oh my god, no, the spam is too much. I can't even tell what's going on. Alright, we're there. We'll do this later. Could you stop spamming? It's making my stream lag. Actually, genuinely, I think it is.
Very mobile, can get back up to where the rest of the team's at.
He's in a safe spot to get charged, to get his mech available again.
He's going to get very close to it here. Up
Alright, Finzy's about to get his mech back, then they can start for real. So Shadowburn prioritizing high ground. Cruz up top. So Cruz is probably going to try and set something up here. Try and get a boop on Sado. No, Cruz drops to the low ground actually. And it's an aggressive engage. They use the bubbles early, trying to get some damage onto Ben Best. Oh my word, just trying to get the shatter there onto Shadowburn. But they use the grav afterwards. A nice boop. The bubble is too late from Carpe. Carpe uses the bubble way too late. So Sado goes aggressive onto the grav, but they boop him away. Cruz literally just boops him away because Sado doesn't have a bubble on him. Oh, and now Sado's been totally booped out into no man's land. Cruz carrying that fight. Actually carrying that fight. But he shouldn't have been allowed to. I think Shadow had the right idea, though. He pushed forward, and they exchanged some aggression, and then he backs off because he knows that the bubbles were better from Shadowburn. Shadowburn then has to drop down from the high ground because Paris has been pushed out, so Shadowburn's now isolated. He drops down, and Shadow tries to shatter Shadowburn. And if they get Shadowburn on the floor, they're taking essentially a 5v6, aren't they? So they can push forwards again. But because Shadowburn doesn't actually get caught in the shatter, they're forced to invest the grav. And then in the grav, Shadow goes to be aggressive in it, but just gets booped away because Carpe doesn't give him a bubble. So I don't know if Shadow could have played that better, honestly. I think I got fucked up by... I mean, obviously he could have hit the shadow on Shadowburn, but that was just a little unlucky for me.
A way to get rid of Ben Best here. Early damage trades go in favor of the fusion. They step up. They can actually take some ground here. But that'll be quickly healed up, and that's the grab. Shadowburn going low early. He can't survive it. He's taken down. Self-destruct in the back.
Okay, that's pretty nice. Well executed from them. What I'm slightly concerned about as well, though, is that when Philly go aggressive with their bubbles, Carpe doesn't swing out wide to try and do extra damage, or like doesn't go forwards. They only have Shadow go forwards. I don't know. I'm not sure whether that's the right way of playing. Maybe I just haven't been paying enough attention to everybody. Neptuna gets a boop, seeing if they can isolate individual targets. Shadowburn's forced to use his personal bubble. Grav bomb combo. They're going to use the sound barrier just to make sure that nobody gets disrupted. Was the sound barrier required? Maybe not, but the team was very split, so I can see the reason from Neptuno. They were worried the fight would have gone a bit scrappier, or Nico got a bash on Sado or something. That would have been a bad way to lose a fight. Cruz gets picked. Cruz literally, I mean, Cruz feeding's a bit of a meme, but that was a bit of a feed. He goes out trying to make a play, but he's on his own. And Neptuno boops him and then takes a load of damage, I think. Cruz is trying to pull attention away from the rest of his team so that his team can get through, but he got caught. When you watch Cruz, you have to remember he is like one of the major playmakers for this team. Nice shatter from Bembest. Not really sure how they managed to displace Shadow out of position to hit that shadow.
They have to use a Transcendence in a shatter just to get out of their spawn. Now Philly, they'll be able to regroup here. You know, the cart makes no progress. You see where it is here on your screen.
When I heard that Cruz was a feeder, I got excited and thought we shared a certain fetish. Oh my god.
Eventually it becomes a point where you're playing so much against the clock. So I do see that you have Grav up the line here for Philly. Shatter as well.
I'm looking for a big shatter from Sato. He's struggled to find them.
Keep eating, Craigasm. Oh, I'm gonna be munching ASMR noises into your ears all night. I know people hate that, but I don't care. I'm hungry. I can only apologize. I could never be a real streamer because I just can't stop eating while I stream, and people would hate it. I already get comments on my YouTube videos that I clip from the stream all the time. They're like, I really like the analysis, like it's really fun and entertaining, but would you fucking stop eating for God's sake, you greedy cunt? And I'm like, no, sorry, I just can't. I'm afraid you have to deal with the chewing noises. All right, nice grab bomb combo. Paris do invest their soundbar in that, so that forces them to Philly to actually invest a little bit more. But they knew that there was no trans, so free grav.
At this point, the teams have gotten so good, like setting it up.
Sounds like Paris's comms.
You know, early on in this stage, we used to see like massive, like Johnny just blowed up like half the teams. Not as much anymore.
Alright, when Paris come back in here, they have bomb combo of their own, but Philly have double support ultimates. Let's see, are they going to be able to force out the bubbles, catch people in the grav? Okay, so they... Sado gets pinned. Oh no, Sado doesn't get pinned. And Carpe managed to save his projected as well to save Sado, but Sado then gets booped out of position. So again, nice play by Cruz at towards the end of the fight to isolate Sado. Carpe didn't have a bubble available, obviously, because, I mean, he used it to save Sado from the bomb itself. I wasn't really paying attention to the sound barrier as well, or whether they could have made more use of the sound barrier. Oh, Boombox finds Heap? Okay, this is a great opportunity to recontest. I don't know where that pick came from. With 20 seconds left, that changes the entire fucking... Actually, I don't see how Paris win this, unless they hit an almighty shatter, or boop Sado in for a crazy kill again. Neptuno's chasing Cruz around. Neptuno is literally just taking a 1v1 against Cruz and fucking his day right up, making sure that Cruz can't be a playmaker. EQ caught out a little bit. He's weak. They've been caught in a grav. Boombox already used his trance and stuff. Well, I'm going to be honest there. I wasn't paying too much attention because I was looking at the Lucios. But the ults there for Philly really didn't get anything done, did they? I don't know how they didn't manage to get anything done, but they grabbed and the trance was there from Heap, even though Heap had died? How did that happen? Must have been some crazy play there. But I missed it because I was watching the Lucios. Oh, the grab got eaten! Okay, wow, I really did miss it, didn't I? Okay, well, big clutch from Finzi and Bembest. That'll do it. Shadow boomed out of position again by Cruz, who's just in there like a mad bastard. Bembest hits a shatter, they try and combine it with that. I mean, Bembest was a little too far forward there for sure. Cruz is so deep all the time, like, you have to punish him. You should not be able to have a Lucio in your backlines without them being punished. Sorry, Sile. I'm gonna crunch louder just for you. Alright, 20 seconds left. Similar situation that we had on point B, where Paris have Grav and Trance available, but Philly have a lot more. So Grav, bomb, Sada goes in, they use the Earth Shatter, catches Bembest. Very nice execution. I don't know why though Shadowburn didn't go for the counter Grav. If you don't use the Grav in that situation as Shadowburn, you are definitely gonna lose. So, not really sure what that problem was. As soon as the self-destruct goes out from Finzi, you can throw in a counter Grav to try and keep yourself alive and make sure that Sado can't hit that kind of Earth Shatter. Poco can't have been holding Matrix on him when Poco threw in the self-destruct, can he? So I don't know. I don't know why the counter Grav didn't come out.
Fusion now know what they had to do. Just get further than Paris did on their attacking side. We'll see how that one unfolds right after these messages.
He can mind melt the Grav like Meko. Yeah, I mean, only Grandmasters can mind melt the Grav. Saving Grav for next round. It's fine, he'll have the Grav on D. It's something Shadowburn tends to do. He holds ults for ages. I know he did with Dragon Blade, but you got to be careful with that. Do you have any actual evidence that he does hold Gravs longer than other people? Have they run stats on it? Did they show stats on that over the past couple of weeks? I certainly haven't seen any stats on that. I have to try and not make sweeping generalizations about players like that. That was a very specific stat to do with his Dragon Blade. I don't think he holds all of his ults. Sideshow, how the fuck did you not notice the Grav got eaten? I mean, come on! They even added it to the kill feed to help blind idiot. Who's Helen Keller? Huh. I'm not big on my American history, ladies and gentlemen. He lacks the critical information. Helen Keller was deafblind? Jesus Christ.
After being swept aside over in that map 1, Fusion now have a lot to prove on this particular map. It is King's Row.
Fucking hell.
Now on the attacking side, they've stopped
That's brutal, isn't it?
from finishing the map on Paris's attack, which means that they kind of know exactly what they have to achieve. They know how far they have to go to even up the series.
Brexit education, as if you would know about some rando political activist back in the fucking 1800s in Britain.
Monty and Doe are going to have a rip snorter of a time. And Justin's going for their first win. Potentially Florida, you know, they've had an up and down stage, but they have upset some teams in stage 1. So I think 2 teams.
She's an inspiration. She was a real gigabrain. What's she most famous for? Just having a perfunctory look at her. Perfunctory? Is that the word I'm looking for? Perfunctory? No, not perfunctory, but that indicates without effort. I mean, just like a cursory. Cursory is the word I'm looking for. Wait, is cursory the word I'm looking for? Yes, cursory. I'm just taking a cursory glance at a Wikipedia page. It seems like she was known for a bunch of different shit. Oh, she invented Braille. Oh! Okay, well, maybe I should know who the fuck she is then. Fair enough. What an absolute giga brain. The inventor of Braille. Oh my word. Oh, Cruz is a feeder. Oh, Cruz is a feeder. No, she didn't. Oh, Braille invented Braille. Oh no, I've been debated. It's named after its creator, Louis Braille. Of course it is. Of course it is. Right, I'm never listening to you idiots ever again. Stupid chat. Why do you think a thing named after a person was made by someone else? I don't know, the Braille was named after Braille. I mean, it makes sense now. I mean, the telephone isn't named after Mr. Telephone. You know, the alphabet isn't named after Mr. Alphabet. Things are named after different things than just the names of the people. Shut up. No, it isn't. You can't debate me twice, chat. You can't debate me twice. Helen Keller invented goats. Okay, aggressive Transcendence being used. Wow. That is risky. So risky. I don't think Paris are gonna lose this. They have Trance and they have Grav available. Really? They don't try and win this? I think that was... If not winnable, I think that situation was at the very least a good opportunity to draw a shit ton of ults out of Philly. And halt their momentum.
Outside of this, it was very good. Because now you come back and you're Paris, you swung.
Another egghead, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. And Dopo W as well, which I missed 14 minutes ago, thank you. That stagger is absolutely brutal. So look now, like, now Boombox is at 70% ult, and that was the only advantage that you had. Was that Boombox uses Trance, and you only just found the pick on Bembest, and there was still players in. I don't know. Doesn't seem great to me. Okay, grab bomb. Oh, the bomb gets fucked up. Oh, but the bomb is... Oh no, the bomb is actually pretty decent from Finzi. I thought Finzi ruined his bomb, but I think he deliberately hit it against the ceiling there. Alright, so Paris are able to hold on. Brains 3000, thanks for the Twitch Prime.
If Paris doesn't take that early fight and get the Philadelphia Fusion to invest some of their ultimates, that may be one where Philly kind of steamrolls all the
Alright, so Philly now have Trance, so they're going to do another Trance rush because the Grav wasn't saved, the Trance wasn't saved, like all ults were burnt across the board. The only thing they have is a rally. I mean, they need to try and disengage and then rally back into them, but they're not even trying to disengage. Bembest has just got totally isolated. I don't know what... I'm not really sure how you don't anticipate that Trance rush and disengage. They just tried to stay alive and sustain it instead with the rally, but I think you have to disengage if they're engaging on you with the Trance. Like, you have to back off and give them room, and then come back in with the rally. But they didn't back up. Hello, Sideshow, it's me, Mr. Telephone. Get the fuck out of here. Alright. Wow, big roll. Oh my god. Oh, what a shadow from Sado to keep them alive in the Grav. But I think Eco is still gonna die. Carpe dies. They got a lot of push. Oh my goodness, Nico dies? Sado's absolutely clutching. Sado's still alive? Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy right now. Oh, that bubble's a little early from Carpe. Okay. Huge amount of damage. Bembest now has his ult. Grav is in. Bembest's gonna shatter at some point. No, he just got... I mean, Sado had a bubble on him and then Sado pinned him, so there's nothing that he could do. Sado is there. Shatter finds people. Well, Paris should have been able to punish that. Sado's shatter was pretty massive to keep them alive in the Grav, but when Carpe and EQO both died, they absolutely should have been able to win that fight. With Carpe and EQ both down, and Sado on about 50 health, they went... They had to block the car, but they... I mean... They got rolled. Yeah, the bitrate on... Yeah, on MLG is by far the... MLG is the superior way to watch, I think. In terms of the bitrate and stuff like that. But a lot of people love watching on Twitch because you have more of the atmosphere of the community because you have the chat there. And even though the chat is full of chimps, it gives you that feeling of being in a crowd when everyone's spamming PogChamp when a play happens, you know, or something like that. What the heck is this? What is this? Oh my word. That's fantastic. Can someone make that a command? Adcom sync. What is it? Where is it? There you go. Okay, so now you can type exclamation mark sync. Oh my god, fuck's sake. Edit com sync. There we go. Alright, let's have a look. Philly wins 57% of their team fights when Sado's on Winston. What was that? Third best in the league or something?
Sado dropped off quickly there. I'm glad he realized he'd get shield bashed by Nico. It'll be difficult once Paris establishes some...
Thank you. I don't know who managed to sync that up, but whoever you are, you're a bloody genius. Is that like a separate server? Are you ready for all of that traffic to come onto your server? It might crash. I mean, I don't know how big the server is, but... Chat, you're gonna crash Nightbot? Yeah, you dribbles. Alright. So Philly is successful with that fight, but I wasn't paying attention because I'm distracted by my chat as usual. Okay, so let's pay attention this time. So Sado has to not feed with his primal. If he gets bashed and discorded, he actually could totally feed. It's still possible even with primal rage. It's quite a dangerous meta to play Winston in. Which is weird, right? Because there isn't actually that much damage in GOATs compared to some of the DPS comps, but the CC from Brig and that kind of stuff can really screw you up. Okay, Paris are coming to the bottom. Carpe's saving his bubbles. Okay, no. Bubble comes in. Sado now pops primal. Are they gonna grav Sado? No, okay. Aggressive grav comes out. Bembe's gonna try and do damage in it. Poco uses a self-destruct. But they don't try and win it. Paris save their ults. Hello? Brownie? Did you cook it?
Naomi did.
Oh wow.
It's very burnt on the edges and dry.
What an incredible review. Very burnt on the edges and dry brownie.
Just taste it.
Oh wow. Listen to this.
It's crispy, crunchy.
That's not the sound that a brownie should make. Thank you. No, I'll have it.
Oh,
sure.
okay.
How much am I allowed?
Okay, bye.
Yeah, well, you can take the whole thing.
No, Mum asked if you wanted it. And I've
Alright.
already had two.
You've already had two? You greedy little tyke. Alright then. Peace. Bye. Huh? Peace. Yeah. Goodbye. Yeah, my family constantly lecturing me about saying these weird American things. I don't know who I've picked up saying peace to people from. It's an incredibly Californian dumb thing to say, really, isn't it? But I do say it all the time. I don't know where I got it from. Oh my god. I don't feel embarrassed or anything saying peace myself, but when you break it down, like why are you using peace as a goodbye greeting or whatever? All right, my brother's distracted me with Brownie, and so I haven't been paying attention to any of this, and it seems like this was a really interesting map because Philly have destroyed. Well, their Winston Goats is very strong still.
in the dirt.
Oh, it's ugly. An ugly first half from Paris. They don't get a single.
A goodbye greeting. What do you say? What do you say then? A goodbye what? A goodbye phrase? A goodbye? Yeah, I can't be bothered. This conversation is so useless.
The damage that the Fusion did. Everything going wrong. The Fusion poised to take their second map of the series.
Well, Fusion looking like the better team overall so far. Their Ryan v Ryan goats on control was difficult. Like them fighting back in over and over again, but their play on the latter half of King's Row was much better, and their play so far here with Winston goats has been a lot better as well. I think the MLG stream is up, yeah. Paris had 0 elims? Wow. When you are trying to communicate with someone who has anti-aging cream on their brain. Sync to exactly 4 seconds off. Genius. Top 3 team, lol. Who is a top 3 team though? Has anyone got Paris or Philly in their top 3? You should put your alt code on stream. I had it on stream yesterday, but then my stream crashed and it disappeared, didn't it? Let's see if we can get it back on. Also, by the way, I saw some people with the confused about the alt code. The alt code is not a discount code. It's just that if you happen to be buying merch, you can use code Sideshow and it supports me at the same time. So it's like a referral code, not a discount. So it's only if you're planning to use the merch, buy the merch anyway.
Oh, the Eternal cannot be pleased with that last.
Where the fuck have I put this thing?
Nothing. Yeesh. Tough for them to fuse.
Yeesh, no eliminations. That is kind of brutal. Right, where is this thing? There it is. Kapow! Did it. Eat the rich? Oh my god, I've no idea what I'm supposed to do with that thing. Why are you all spamming eat the rich now?
A chance to have a crack at you know, getting up to the higher levels of play. So it's open on the weekends. Lasts about 1 to 2 months in all 7 contenders regions and in most countries across the globe.
I have no idea what I'm going to do with my travel stuff. Also, I've packed all of my stuff today. There's no way I can bring all of my stuff with me. I've got way too much stuff. My suitcases are full, and I've still got some stuff in the wash. I don't know what's happened, but you know when you go on holiday and somehow while you're on holiday, all of your belongings increase in size by 50%, and so at the end of the holiday you can no longer fit them back in the backpack. I got that on like an enormous level. Oh my god. Boombox got booped, but I thought they were going to be able to find picks on everybody else that went to punish him. Both teams were incredibly split there for a small amount of time. Alright. Well, Eternal start with a decent boop onto Boombox. Why not vacuum bag your stuff? Actually, that would have been genius, but I don't have any vacuum bags. I have folded my clothes, don't worry. It's because of my 10 kilograms of oats, but I have to bring the oats with me. Otherwise, I mean, where am I going to get oats from in America? Okay. They spot them going underneath. They managed to get underneath successfully. Soon on 52%. Carpe takes quite a bit of damage. EQO's gone up top, but now they're going to drop down to the bottom. It's only Poco that's taking the high ground. Oh, they're trying to boop. Oh, great boop. Great boop. Nico's out of position. Sado uses the Earth Shatter to try and catch people that were going to come and help Nico. But they essentially isolated the team and then found an easy way of entering because they didn't have to worry about the brig. But grav bomb. Okay, grav bomb, but EQO and Sado block it with their shields. There was no opportunity to disrupt that because Benbest was down. Soon's gonna fall as well. This should definitely be the first take for Philly. And that was a really nice set play by Poco. You know, everybody else stays on the floor. Poco is the only player on the high ground. Paris adjusts their positioning so that they're in opposition. You know, Both of the Ryans are opposite each other with the two brigs next to it. And Poco swoops down from the high ground and boops Nico in. So quite nice. But I mean, if you can solve the potential issues of who are you being like a, I don't know, you know, like he got benched for a whole season in Apex because apparently he was being like a little shit. If you can stop who are you being a little shit, I think he could be a fantastic player when he comes of age. Because it's rare that a player can be so good so early on in the game and still look so good now. Now, granted, he isn't playing against the best players in the world right now, but he's doing very well. And just the eye test would seem to indicate that his mechanics are still very strong.
Not expecting the Widowmaker play, could get caught out. Hip trying to come around the Reinhardt shield potentially, you know, get an early first.
Having said that, there's a bunch of other people that are super good.
Very difficult to take this first.
Like Nast and Glister, both young guys who are fantastically talented on a bunch of different heroes. Fusion are always the team that starts the aggression. I think that's a bad thing for them in the long run. It makes them predictable. I think it makes them abusable. Philly are almost always the team that plays aggressive first. And they're not so great at being able to do the aggression and then really bait and set up Boombox to do a shit ton of damage on the retreat. So, okay, so now they're just taking the high ground. Great boob from Cruz. What the shit? Boombox and Neptuno just frag out as they're flying through the air. I mean, that should have been a great play. But I think potentially a problem there is that Cruz literally booped the entire team into Paris. If Cruz had managed to only boop a couple of players, I think that fight almost definitely would have been a win. But I don't know. That was kind of weird. Not always you see that kind of shit.
Maybe Cruz control ain't that bad. Doesn't knock us in there. That's fine. On the high ground, and again, it's a graviton surge for him.
Cruz's boop essentially just allowed them to engage incredibly quickly. I'm not even sure whether Boombox got booped. I think Boombox stayed on the high ground and killed someone. Could be wrong though. All happened very quickly. Shadow from Bemes is pretty decent. Wow, he's taking Boombox on a fucking ride. Boombox is dead, but the problem is Shadowburn and Nico didn't disengage. Why didn't... Oh my goodness. That's very weird. This whole fight has been fucking strange. Shadowburn and Nico had to stay and block the payload, otherwise they would have given up the payload. So even though everyone else was caught in the grav and Sado managed to find a pick on Boombox, Ben Best. Ben Best was out in like New Zealand. He took a pin around the earth. So I don't know. What a fucking odd situation for Paris. They're so split up. But also just like they're finding opportunities to make plays. They're just making weird ass mistakes. Well, not even weird mistakes in the first case, just getting unlucky and not dealing quickly enough with Cruz's boot. But big shatter from Sado, big shatter. But they use the Transcendence. So okay, Hip uses the Transcendence there to keep everybody alive, but in the next fight Philly are going to have double supportal and they're going to have grab, so they don't mind losing that one at all. And that shatter from Sado forces out the trans from Hip and sets up the win from the next fight. So, good play from Sado.
Yeah, they use Transcendence and they use Sound Barrier. And they use Shatter there to pick up some kills towards the end. So now you have this...
Not a deliberate reference, by the way, to the tragedy that occurred in New Zealand. I guess it's just in my subconscious because I've been thinking about it.
Maybe just trying to get like solo grabbed.
Obviously not a funny thing to joke about at all. EQ and Sado die as they're coming through that choke point, but they still invest the trans? And the grav? Oh, whoa! This is how Philly throw their games. This is how Philly throw their games. Are you ready for a Philly throw? Ladies and gentlemen, Paris are going to win. Yeah, like, they're getting free push now, but I'm sure as soon as the Paris players get back, they're just still going to hold at this corner.
They force some of those newly earned
Paris just have so many more ultimates now. Ooh, EQ Ogre's super weak as well. I think he took a right click. They're getting free push. And Poco gets a boop? Why is nobody looking at Poco on the card? Nobody doing poke damage to him? Nobody doing nothing. Bomb comes over the back. Did the bomb come over the back? I don't know where the bomb went, actually, from Fizzy. Okay, Sado dies. EQO gets bashed, but he takes the bubble. They're going to try and play around EQO and Carpe, but I think with the loss of Sado, that should be it, especially with Boombox knocked to the floor from Ben Best's Earth Shatter. As long as you don't die to Carpe here, you should be fine. Ooh, having said that though, they are really lacking healing because Nico hasn't been able to proc his Inspire in a while. Transcendence used just to keep them in the game. Perhaps they should have used that earlier. Yeah, Fusion just leave. I mean, as soon as the Trans comes in, Fusion just leave, and now they're going to use a Grav. Cruz uses Sound Barrier, but Bomb comes in. Okay, counter Grav. Did you kill Carpe? Okay, that's surprising that they managed to kill Carpe through that. Because it was only it only looked like Hip was able to do damage. Ben Best's just... What is this? This is so scrappy. I don't know what Ben Best did there. That was Ben Best that got the pin on Sado, right? That wasn't the other way around. Ben Best literally pinned Sado into the room and fed. Did I watch that correctly? Oh, it was the other way around. Okay, that makes so much more sense. Alright, this is a tough corner to push, but I think Philly have fucked it up a couple of times now. But also, I mean, they are not keeping track of where Poco is. Poco's been able to get boops on them a number of times and totally set up win conditions for Philly without Paris having any idea. Alright, Neptuno's going to try and come around the top, get a boop. Okay, Neptuno does get the boop. It's fairly effective. Shadowburn uses his personal barrier. Boombox gets shattered along with Carpe. The counter shatter looked pretty good. Yeah, it catches Cruz and Shadowburn. Transcendence is forced out. Now Boombox is going to have his. They need to stay alive and wait for Boombox's trance. They force overtime. 95%. This trance though, Shadowburn has his ult. And they managed to get the D-Mech. Shadowburn's got caught. Oh, and it was a beef of a Grav! Horrible Grav from Shadowburn. He was under a lot of pressure, but he absolutely needed to get a better Grav than that. Oh, it's been thrown away. If everybody from Philly had been caught in that Grav, then Shadowburn probably wouldn't have died. They would have been forced to use the trance just inside the Grav, and they would have had a fight which they had an opportunity to win afterwards. They probably would have forced out the Grav at the very least from Carpe, even if they hadn't managed to find a pick in it. Ooh, but that Grav fail from Shadowburn is a bit of a game changer.
Philly, they're going to leave 3 players on the card here. So they just used Neptuno, Carpe, and Sato to push up to get that kill. They used the speed boost to move on back.
A lot of pressure though on Shadowburn there when they knew that he had the Grav available, even though Poco was demac'd. So now Philly have got a ton of ults to work with. Grav bomb. Okay, Sound Barrier gets forced out. Just, oh, great work with Carpe. You see there how Carpe was using his personal bubble to relieve a butt ton of pressure from Sado? That's super nice. Grav bomb combo doesn't quite find everything. Sado used his Earth Shatter, but I think it only found Cruz. Ben Best dies, and the Sound Barrier is still pretty good. They can do a shit ton of damage to Ben Best and Shadowburn. The Sound Barriers are so bad from Paris. And I don't mean that the Sound Barriers are bad in terms of Cruz is using them at the wrong times. Paris are so goddamn slow to press their W keys when Cruz uses his Sound Barrier. It literally takes them 3 seconds to engage after the Sound Barrier has been popped. They are so slow, and I don't know why. I think it must be just because their comms are chaotic, or Ben Best doesn't trust Cruz to hit him with the Sound Barrier every time, or Cruz is too frantic and doesn't say like 3, 2, 1, go. He just pops it and then shouts for them to run, so there's a natural reaction time. I don't know. Something is going big wrong with these aggressive ults from Paris though.
mean, I guess the next tier about Philly is kind of where Toronto is sitting. I guess they're on the cusp.
Philly have the best scouting in Owl and contenders. Thoughts?
Find themselves passing Toronto, right? Where it's like Philly,
I mean, if you're excluding Runaway
NYXL.
as contenders scouting, then yes, I agree.
Sometimes they play so up and down. They're
Considering Philadelphia were the last team to pick up their roster, as far as I know, for 2018, and still got such a great roster with genuinely great players, and scouted unknown talents like EQO, and to some extent Neptuno.
Even better. We've distilled it down, of course, to some of our very best teams.
And then their university team is so good with a bunch of underage talent. I think absolutely you have to give them crazy credit for their scouting.
Only 36% of the time.
What about NYXL? Well, I don't think XL2's scouting is particularly great.
For the Philadelphia Fusion.
Actually, who's on XL2 this season? Maybe this season they'll turn out to be okay. But also, like, scouting, NYXL made a fantastic team, but it's not like it took a genius to scout those players. I mean, LW Blue was one of the most highly sought after rosters.
Hoping to get a boot on some of these players into the canal, but he waited a little bit too long for that. The payload's pushed past that
But
point.
adding Jonak and Libero to it was a very, very good idea for sure. Philly are very good at defending Winston Goat's point A of Rialto. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think Paris are gonna be able to cap point A. It's a bold prediction, but I'm gonna go with Paris fail to cap point A here. I'm not eating a boiled egg, I'm eating some brie. I'm just eating straight cheese.
Also, I think Poco's in a good spot to counter dive or just to try and assess if perhaps Finzy's going super aggressive or if Cruz looks like he's going for one of those classic first.
They drop on Heap, they find the kill on Heap. They're trying to punish EQO, but they've already traded for 2 players. Ben Best is really weak as well. The way that Philly play this with Winston Goats is really good, in my opinion. Really good. I mean, there's high ground, so it's difficult to get onto their supports and EQO. Carpe has high ground to do damage from, so does Boombox. You rotate your supports around. You need to like play fucking Ring-a-Ring-a Rosie with them, just to be able to actually engage into them with Rangoats. And Poco, I mean, I think what they're just totally ignoring Poco, right? But Poco's blocking the cart this entire time. Wow, Ben Best finds that pin on Neptuno. Neptuno just gets rando pinned. That grav, can anyone follow up on that grav? Yes, they can. I don't think they need to use the self-destruct. I think if they're monitoring the fact that Heap is not only down, but also wouldn't have trance anyway, that it would be clear that the self-destruct was not required. But I think what Paris need to do more is poke Poco so that he can't just stay on the cart and contest it all the time. Because the advantage that Paris has is that they can force people to come to the cart. But if you only force Poco to come to the cart and then you don't even push him away, then, I mean, what are you doing? Wow, Poco is fucking... Poco's playing so well this match as well. But look, no one's even looking at Poco. It's just on the cart. Trance is forced. Ah, Ben Best. I mean, you can't really give Poco too much credit for blocking the cart, right? Because all he's doing is literally just standing there shooting at them. But great gravity, good bombs, really nice boops in a bunch of different situations all throughout this match. But I do think Poco is the linchpin to this strategy for Philadelphia Fusion.
It just creates a zone. It essentially Primal Rage here.
Sado is... Sado's...
Really, Sado? Is that really necessary, bro?
Sado is a feeder!
I see Sado on stage, he's laughing, and Poco's shaking his head like, no, like...
Perhaps you have some different, like...
Sado was just leaping around with his primal and fell in the river like a bot. I've never seen a bigger feed. If Paris can't win this, I mean, they don't have double support ults. That's the problem, though. They can literally still win. Philly had a... The problem is, for Paris, that was the perfect opportunity for Sado to feed, because Philly had double support ult, and Paris didn't have anything. But now it's Paris's opportunity. They have double support ult. They're not even going to be able to touch a cart, are they? Oh. I mean, I don't want to say I called it, but I did call it. I think Philly's point A defense on Rialto is actually still really good.